Hey folks, it's Chet from Tag Along with Chet again. Well, nothing too exciting today. Thought what I would do is go out to my solar panels and repaint them. I put a little bit of primer coat on them there earlier this week, and it was sort of a eggshell color, but I like to kind of keep it white to match in with the rest of the trim from the hanger. So I'm about to go out there and do that for the day. It is actually a good day for flying, but I got a few other things I got to do, so I can't be away too long. But just thought I'd show you what I'm doing out here. I noticed as well what's happened over the last, well, today, or maybe it was yesterday, they actually went out and cut some of the grass out here. Well, it's actually, they're going to use it for hay. So all this area out here between my far next door neighbor's hangar out there and mine has been cut. So they'll be utilizing that for, I guess, a little bit of cash crop there for the airport. So I think we usually get a few bucks out of that. So and it's possible we might get another crop out of it as well later on this year. They've been doing is cutting all along here and they'll be using that probably as feed. But anyway, it's a good few bucks to make off of an area where there's no hangars at this time. So let's move over here. And I'll show you what I've done here. I have already got the stuff set up here. I've already done one. You'll notice this one's sort of a gray, well, sort of a eggshell color. And I've got some white paint that I needed for the house as well. So I've already done this one out here. And you'll notice it's quite a bit whiter, and that kind of fits in with the rest of the hangar as well. So we'll get this one over here going and get it all painted up. So it's a little windy today, so hope the mic's working out all right. Wow, and things are drying up real fast here. So I'll get a little coat on here. I noticed this brush is even in the minute or two that I was actually in the hangar has already turned stiff. So it's taking its drying, or it's actually drying out everything real fast. So this paint should be dry in no time. Well, that looks a little bit better. At least it kind of matches the trim of the hanger. So it was kind of a egg shell color. So since I had the paint, I thought, what the heck, why not? So that's another job finished. So let's go inside. I think I'm going to be doing something with the GPS. I may do something yet later on this next month. I'll tell you about it when I get there. Hang on. Okay, as you can see, I'm sitting in the airplane here, and what I'm planning to do, and I don't know whether this is going to happen or not, folks. I've been kicking the idea around. It's sort of like a, I don't know, 60-40-4 going to Oshkosh this year. It just depends what happens next month. The plan is that if I do go, it'll be very short notice. I've got everything packed already. It's been packed for quite a few years actually, because I've been going since I guess 2014 is the last time I went. So it'll be 5 years this July that I haven't been. And the idea of going, being a Canadian, going down south, you're 73 years old, you've got a few little issues. Medically, you know, I'm going to have to see what my insurance is going to cost. There's so many factors involved in going down to the States these days that it gets kind of expensive. And look, you know, nothing against you folks down south, but you know, your medical bills get way too high for us folks up here that aren't used to those type of bills, and if we do go, it gets expensive. I know I've got a lot of people that I've known, snowbirds that went down quite regularly, and they're just getting to a point where they can't afford it anymore, or they don't want to take the risk, because there's always a gray area in that insurance end of it. So anyway, well, we're going to take a deeper look at it later on this week, and I'm going to see what the insurance is going to be. Also, you have to take into account that our dollar is like not worth a hoot. It's 75 cents to your dollar. So you know, and then if you're buying it, it's probably more like about 72 cents. There's quite a few negatives to it. In any case, if I want to go, I'll go. If I can't go, then I won't go. But anyway, what I've done in the interim is I've already got the flight plans and where I'm going to stop and so forth already laid out. And like I said, I've been there before, but this will be a little bit change. I used to go via Regina. However, I'd like to take a bit of a different route, so I've got a flight plan here right now, which is actually via Weyburn. So it'll be from Vulcan to Weyburn, and based on a no wind component, it's going to come to about 3 hours and 35 minutes. This is the flight plan. I use flightplan.com, and I've got it printed out. And what I want to do is put it in my Bendix King Aviator. I've got it already on my tablet, but this is what I want to insert it in. So I was just going to show you how I do that. You'll notice I've got a little yellow light on out here, and I don't have any master or anything on, but it's running off the battery right now. So that's just straight right off the battery. It's not running off of the system like with a master switch on, because I've got it hot wired to the battery, and so it makes it a lot easier. Instead of throwing your master switch on and having everything else go on that's electrical, and then having to turn it off and so forth, I thought it best to do it this way. So anyway, this is the flight plan. I'll just show it to you. There it is. That's I've got an intersection I've got in out here, which is just outside of Medicine Hat. I don't know if you can see this. Hang on. Yeah, there. So you can see the routing, the flight plan's up there. It's from CFX6 to CJE3, which is Weyburn. And I put an intersection in there, which is Oddland. There's another point there, CJN4, and some degree radials off of CJE3 and stuff like that. But in any case, you know, it's only a 3.5 hour or so flight, so it's not a big deal. You could almost go direct, except you have to watch that restricted area just north of Medicine Hat. So that's why I've got that intersection in there. Anyway, let's see how I program this now, because I have to put it in here. So okay, so we're going to turn her on, and I've already got the let's just yeah, okay, so I've already got it on inserting a new flight plan. So let's take a look here. So it's from here, there. Let's see, insert. I haven't done this in a while, folks, because usually I use direct. So it's CFX6, enter, and OK. And then it'll be insert again, and it'll be the Oddland intersection. You'll find that on the low level chart. Oddland. I don't even know if it's in this database, because this may be new data. Let's take a look. Oddland intersection. Oh, it's in there. Good. Okay. Okay. And then it says CJN4. I'm not quite sure what airport that is. So insert CJN4. Enter. It's a Assiniboia. Okay. Okay. And it's right to the destination, which is CJE3. insert CJE3, enter, which is Weyburn. Okay, so there it is, CFX6 to CJE3, so we'll save and exit that. CFXX or CFX6 to CJE3. Okay, so now then you can hit that and you say fly the flight plan. So anyway, we'll just cancel that. Okay, so let's do another new one. Okay, flight plan. I'm going to put another one. It's a new flight plan. Okay, so new flight plan is right there. Is CJE3. CJE3, enter, and it says Weyburn. Okay. The next one is overhead Carlisle Airport, so insert, the airport is CJQ3, Americans Z7, enter. As you can see, Winkler Airport. Okay, and you say okay, and then the destination, which is Pine Creek, which is K48Y, so insert, just put in 48Y, 48Y, and enter. And there you'll see Pine Creek border, USA. Save and exit. There you go. So there it is. It's in there. And as you can see, I got quite a few in there. I've got other ones in there as well. Like the next one, like it's from Piney to Bemidji. Now, I don't know whether I'm going to be staying in Bemidji. They've got Bemidji is actually a good place to stay because they've got a hotel right at the airport. Anyway, that's the way I do my flight planning, folks. I also use, of course, my tablet, which usually sits right here, but I haven't got it on there right now. But that's basically the way I do it. So it seems I've already got the Bemidji or the Piney to Bemidji flight plan in there. It's just direct anyway. It's only about an hour flight, so it's there's nothing between Minnesota or Pine Creek to Bemidji. It's just basically a direct flight plan. But sometimes if the weather's kind of doubtful going down to Oshkosh, you want to overfly airports to Oshkosh, and some of them I'm familiar with. So I've got one out here, and in case the weather is kind of questionable and I do want to leave Bemidji, I've got a flight plan here from Bemidji to Marshfield, Wisconsin. And so that takes about 2.5 hours, but it overflies McGregor and Shell Lake, so that's why I popped these in there. So we're going to make up another one that goes from Bemidji to Marshfield, and Marshfield is only about an hour outside of Oshkosh. Okay, so we're going from Bemidji, which is KBJI, KBJI, Bemidji Regional. Okay, and then from there we're going to McGregor, which is KHZX. KHZ or Z X. Enter. There you are. Iverson, it's McGregor. Okay, okay. Then the next one is Shell Lake, which is KSSQ. KSSQ. Enter. Shell Lake Municipal. Okay. And we're going to the destination, which is Marshfield, which is KMFI. Insert KMFI. Enter. Marshfield. Okay. Save and exit. So now we got, as you can see, the highlighted one is from Bemidji to KMFI. And then Marshfield to Oshkosh. It depends if you're going to be going the long way around, well, long way, whether you're going to be using the Ripon type of approaches. You know, there's that NOTAM that's out, and whether you're going to be using that or whether you're still able to get there prior to the NOTAM becoming effective. I usually try and get there before the NOTAM gets into effect, but sometimes because of weather hold-ups, you're going to end up maybe getting there when it's a little bit later than you want to, like Friday. I usually get there on Thursday or Wednesday, so I'm quite early. Anyway, that's about it, folks. I've got it all done here. It's in the system, so if I do go, yeah, we might see you there. And if I don't, well, you won't see me there. So we'll see what happens. So you know where that little subscribe button is. It's down on the bottom right there when you're watching it. And also hit that little bell and it'll shoot you a little note telling you when the next vlog is up. So anyway, folks, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next vlog. So long for now. Bye.